Kenya represents the first African mission of the Sisters, Ministers of the Sick of St. Camillus, who together with the Camillian Fathers have been working in Tabaka Hospital since 1976. Their process of assistance and approach to the poorest and most needy consists in the realization of a new projects, even in the most remote area of the country. The first African Camillian sister is the incumbent delegation superior, Sister Catherine Wanga. Nairobi has an estimated population of nearly 5 million inhabitants, about half of whom live in slums. Since 1992, we have been operating in the slums with an assistance project directed to the poorest people. We deal mainly with health care and treatment of the sick who are poor. In addition, every month in our clinic, we treat over 250 patients who come to us for respiratory problems, malaria, intestinal infections, and many others. In Nairobi, aside from the house where about 20 sisters live, there is also a formation center for aspirants, postulants, and novices who have chosen to embark on this challenging but at the same time rewarding journey in terms of community life and spiritual life. Every day the sisters carry out activities in the house, teach in schools, and also help the elderly priests of other congregations. In 2006, the Children Distance Adoption Project, a long-distance support project to assist orphaned and disadvantaged children from the neighboring slums of Kuinda, Gataka, and Stony, was launched. The main area of intervention is support for education, food supply, and health care. We are in Moro. We are going to visit the Lorenzino dispensary, a new project started in 2018 where 4 sisters work. The clinic, through a well-equipped analysis laboratory, offers quality services for the diagnosis and treatment of gastrointestinal diseases, typhus fever, malaria, bronchopneumonia, and also for amoeba. There is also the possibility of receiving treatments for arthritis and having neonatal consultations. The sisters of the dispensary work every day to help those most in need and are ready to face any emergency. Tabaka is a remote town in Kenya. The majority of the local population does not have the means to access the medical care they need. To meet the needs of the most needy, since 1976, the sister ministers of the Infirm collaborate with the Camillian Fathers in the Mission Hospital of Tabaka, carrying out health and pastoral care for the sick, taking care of them to try to give dignity and faith even in illness. It is the first African mission of the Camillian Sisters. The Tabaka Hospital is an important testimony of the charism of the great Camillian family united at the service of others. The impact on the population is fundamental. Here, lives are saved despite all critical findings. Sister Consolata works in the maternity ward with after-day hospital and surgery, is one of the most operative of the hospital, not only for its many sections, but also for the assistance given before, during, and after pregnancy. Sister Rose works in general medicine, while Sister Inda dedicates her day entirely to general surgery. The most frequent diseases in this area are malaria, pediatric bronchopneumonia, and gastric ulcers. However, cases of cancer, hypertension, and emergencies due to the large number of road accidents are also increasing. The Tabaka Mission Hospital is also equipped to address the problem of domestic violence. The hospital also an excellent ISO certified analysis laboratory. It is capable of performing multiple diagnostic tests and has a spacious pediatric ward. Inside the hospital, there is also a training school for nurses. Over time, the school has acquired a lot of prestige. In Wajir town, since year 2007, the Sisters Ministers of the Infirm have a clinic and rehabilitation center for disabled children. Many of these disabilities result from blood relation marriages, and these cause genetic problems. The sisters who work in the Wajir Mission Rehabilitation Center dedicate body and soul to assist children with physical and intellectual disabilities, children that families keep hidden in their homes because of the shame. Every day they go to take them from house to house, accompany them to the center, have them do physical therapy, and depending on each one's possibilities, attend classes, and the sisters help them to various activities. In a report of Disability Rights International, it is documented how children with disabilities in Kenya are considered cursed or possessed, and many throughout the country believe that having a child like this is a punishment for the sins of the mother. The principal mission of the sisters is to give dignity to disabled children and to try to make families more aware of the fact that a disabled child is not a dishonor. The life to which the Lord calls you is a life of sacrifice, but I assure you, based on my experience, that the exercise of charity gives you joy and consolation.